away. Everybody running off the line. Ekstrom's got that inside line. Kevin Hansen comes around him fairly smooth through this long run up to the first corner. Backrud trying for the long round, the outside move. I think Ekstrom's going to see, though, and shut the door on him there. Andreas still trying to go all the way around into waypoint number 2. Look, this is the one they opened up just to make it a little bit more interesting. Kevin Hansen leads for Veloci into the first crest over 3. Oh, bigger jump by Backrud, and in the background by Clara Anderson for some mini-meal racing as well. So here we go, here's the big drop off 4. So you guys are seeing the course at the same time we're seeing this for the very first time. Look at the ruts in turn 2 already. So yeah, this track's going to change a lot. It really is full sand, isn't it?
It really is. And they were talking to them yesterday, going over those jumps, it's really blind. So you leap of faith, isn't it? Going over them and just plant it, know where you're going and land, and then get yourself back to where you want to be.
Big sends from Clara Anderson in the background as she tries to chase down Andreas Backrud in front. The gap's only 8 seconds between these top 4. Yesterday, in free practice, we were seeing 3 or 4 cars within 2 to 3 seconds.
And they've switched places. Well done to Clara Anderson. She is a master of managing to overtake, but she's lost out. I think JBXC just managed to catch her on the inside, so she's lost out, but can she do it again? This is going to be tight going into switch.
Good momentum here. Clara Anderson trying to close down the back of Andreas Backrud. Couldn't be closer. Down to waypoint 19. She looks up the inside line. Now they're going to come into the switch zone, so wait for the drivers to be as late as possible on the brakes. Little squash on the brakes there before the jump, so they obviously knew that going too late there would cause problems. Anderson contact with Backrud to come in with a 7-second lead over McLaren is impressive on the first 2 laps of the season.
Oh, look at the air of that McLaren. It went quite to the side. Cristina Gutierrez, Dakar champion, managing to steer that back. But a lot of the rats out there are tripping up these drivers, even though they're the best, some of the best drivers in the world. There's still room for error. We're hearing the radio from Cristina Gutierrez. She's just come back from Dakar. She knows these sands. She knows what to do with it. So she's feeling it and clawing back that little bit of a gap. It's under 5 seconds now, and you can see how wide Veloci are going, and they go around the waypoint 19. They've gone really wide there.
That's it then, so Veloci crossed the line first. They've got a gap of 10.53 sideways in the background for Gutierrez.
It's the green light, and the first fastest are Andretti. Legacy getting left behind a little bit. Everyone using their Renault Hyperdrive, but first off the line, it's Katie Munnings with a really nice start. She'll go round to the right. RXR going, wide and round and taking that wide line around the waypoint 1. They're just snaking out into the lead, but who will get this? Yes, it's RXR that get that, but you can see how much sand and the ruts are really starting to dig in now. So in the lead, it's Christopherson from Munnings, Sands, and Ledbetter at the back.
So watch for Acciona Science here. This is up waypoint number 1. 2 wheels.
Wow.
Oh, okay, so big moment for Laya Sands, and we know a few people have been bicycling. That's what Travis was referring to. If you've never heard the term bicycling, it's when the car's up on 2 wheels and you're balancing it along. So fastest sector time for Travis Pastrana, who you're looking at now. Sector 1, 33.4. So he's absolute, and that's of this session. Travis Pastrana, in his first time in an Extreme E car, goes quickest in Sector 1. He's taken him no time at all to get his head around this car. Brilliant. Here we go then, Arlen Kotlinski coming around to the finish for Rosberg X Racing. They won the title last year, and this is the perfect way to start this session. Remember, they get points for each of their finishing positions in Q1 and Q2, and that will put them through either to the grand final or the redemption race. Veloci were unlucky last time. They had an investigation into their switch zone and ended up losing out on the win. Not going to be so for RXR. So a brilliant start by Johan Kristoffersson. Past Munnings round the outside in turn 1. And Arlen Kotlinski got just a couple of corners to go to bring it home. There is the finish line. The reigning champions win Q2 race 1. He's up against, of course, some of the very best with a lot of experience of the Odyssey 21. Molly Taylor, Fraser McConnell, and Dania Akil, our new driver for JBXC. Here we go, they're looking over at that little starting light. You can see there it goes green. Lot of wheel spin for Acciona Science, but a great reaction time from Fraser McConnell. Everybody using the Anoa Hyperdrive. Pastrana now on the inside of Molly Taylor. Pastrana moving up into P2. Fraser McConnell should have this from the outside line. How deep is Travis willing to go on the brakes? Sideways, Molly Taylor coming around the outside. Pastrana gets into P2. Now trying to come alongside Fraser McConnell. He's inside McConnell on the run up into turn 2. Fraser McConnell, though, holds on for Acciona Science. So it's Fraser McConnell from Travis Pastrana for Legacy Motor Club, and then Molly Taylor in P3.
Yeah, they're definitely trying hard there. As they come in through 15 and 16, where they're going out into that nice fluffy sand, it's really to try and avoid those ruts. You know, I'm going out between the sessions that the drivers are racing in, and just to see the track degradation it's really quite mind-blowing that after 8 cars go through it in only a matter of a few laps, just how much effect there is on the track and the surface. So to get out there and to try and get as much traction as they can and not get stuck in those ruts is really valuable.
So Gray Ledbetter runs out the car. Look at this now. You're watching the 3 switches. Travis struggling to get the belts undone. He's going to climb out now. I'm going to chuck his seat insert out because he's very tall, Travis. He's taller than me, 6'2", 6'3". Then got the penalty and then had that removed. Look at Laya Sands leaning on the car on the run up into turn 2. And then you've got the big crest at turn 3, Ledbetter behind her. Sands has got so much experience now. Be good for Gray to get on her rear bumper and follow her as quickly as she can. She's 5.6 back, so a couple of seconds gone maybe in the switch zone. And just that confidence of Laya's seat time.
Yeah, I think we've seen so much development throughout the female field. They've really come on and just working alongside the team, alongside the guys who sometimes have more experience, is brought them up, and they are all competing within such a small margin.
Yeah, you are.
Tiny. There's a little bump here as they go over the crest. Can he make a move there? Looking for the inside, outside. Which way is he going to go? He's going to stick to the outside and try and go round the outside, sticking all the way through one. Can he make the move stick? Not quite. Gray's out there and in front, but he's trying everything he can, and it looks like Kevin is just about to get through. Oh, a bad rut there for Gray as well.
Oh, Ledbetter's unlucky. Needs to get those wipers on, get the sand off the screen. She gets it now with a bit of airstream over the top. Good move by Kevin.
So this is great racing, great craft out there. Laya Sands at the wheel, and she's going to bring it home for the Acciona Science team. But Kevin Hansen still got his hyperdrive to use, and he's closing down that gap now. It's just 4.5 seconds. Is that going to close down any more before they get to the final sections of this race?
Here it is then, through the long left-hander. You're on board with Laya Sands coming round towards the finish. Great drive by her.
Yeah, you can see her gritted teeth as she comes through the final jump. She's going to take the win, and she's going to do this for Acciona Science. Through the finish line she comes, and well done to their team. Acciona Science finished first. It's Veloce in second. It goes green in Jeddah, and it's a pretty even start for everyone. Everyone using their Anoa hyperdrive. RXR just taking the lead a little bit, but they're alongside McLaren and Sun also going out. Where are they going to position themselves? Sun seems to have got first around that corner. RXR being pushed out wider than they wanted to go, and they're going to try and keep up. Andretti just behind them, tucked in, and at the back, it's the McLaren, but they're all going round together at the same time. Sun seems to have got that lead just a little bit, and RXR shuffling back behind Andretti now, and McLaren seem to be barging their way through as well.
Come back at Timmy Hansen. Hansen holding on. Arlen Collins, he gets kicked up high in the background. And it's Gutierrez, of course, in at McLaren. She looks to the inside of Arlen Kolinsky, so a big battle going on between those two. They need to be further up the order if they want to guarantee a place in the grand final.
Sun are trying their hardest to hold out a little bit of contact there, but finally, Hansen is through from Slider.
Can lean on it and use it a bit. Oh, late on the brakes coming in there. Gutierrez was fully locked up. Hopefully she didn't come in over. Looks to that inside line. Now he's looking to the outside. Try and find the smooth sand. Matthias Ekstrom going to get alongside Katie Munnings on the brakes now. Deep sand will help. He hooks the wheel up the inside of the banking. Tidily done. And he now gets after his old rallycross rival, Johan Kristoffersson. Ekstrom really now close to the back of the RXR. Neon McLaren looking to make a pass for the lead. Tell him what the gap is back now.
He's only got eyes forward.
Yeah, look how close he is. Look how close he is. Top of your screen there, nose high for the Neil McLaren over the jump. Kristoffersson will know in the mirrors that he is there. You can't miss the famous papaya in your mirrors. You're on board with Johan Kristoffersson. Big pressure in the middle part of this race. Oh, gets sideways. Ekstrom still got his eyes on him with just a couple of gates to go. But Kristoffersson's going to hold on. RXR take both wins in their qualifying sessions. Brilliant performance by Kristoffersson and Arlen Kotlinski. They will be the top qualifiers. Yes, says Kristoffersson. He's beaten his old rival, Matthias Ekstrom, for Neon McLaren. Look, he's pulled up next to him.
I love
So he
that.
pulls up next to him. They look across at each other. There's big respect between those two guys. Oh, now he goes first into the paddock. I love it. Keelit. So Bakker with a good start on the outside. Munnings is the first to use our hyperdrive. Look at the difference 400 kilowatts makes as Katie Munnings streaks into the lead. Everybody else has used it as well. She got the timing of that absolutely bang on. You've got to do it before the wheel spin disappears. You don't want to get too much wheel spin. You don't want the car to bog down. Bakker goes round the outside, moves over to P2 in the background. Got Anderson side by side with Gray Ledbetter. Gray Ledbetter going to try and hold on as she comes around the outside of this one. Contact between them up and over the crest. Surely side by side. Wait them to appear. Oh, and she's just got the better of her. So Gray Ledbetter up Pastrana and off to the side of the road. He waves at Timo Scheider. Travis Pastrana waves at Scheider and moves up. That was a hopeful one, Travis. But this one pass here. Look at this. Coming down into the left-hander. Lines it up from the outside. Just carries in a little bit more pace. He's got slightly more rotation on the car on the outside. He's not in the ruts there and makes the pass around the outside. Really tidily done. And yeah, just the hint of a smile on his face there as well. Brilliant stuff. So Dania Akil, great to have a Saudi Arabian driver competing at home here. A good big welcome to the series to her as well. But a win in the redemption race for Andretti Alta-Keelit. Wheel spin from all the cars. They'll wait until that dies down. McConnell's the first to hit the Inoa hyperdrive. He starts to get a little bit of a drag, but Kristoffersen's on it as well. Sorry, of course, it's Laia Sanz in the car for Acciona Science. Out really wide, the McLaren. Look at this. An incredible line from Matthias Ekström comes out. It's super wide up the inside, trying to get all the way to the lead, and he does. Ekström with an unbelievable cutback. The widest line we've seen all day. He will have known about that all day long, and he saved it for the final. Gets the whole shot from about 100 metres out to the right. Epic stuff from Ekström. Now, though, Kristoffersen fights back. He's got the alternate line and carries a bit more pace alongside Matthias Ekström now. Kristoffersen up the inside line makes the pass. So Kristoffersen sticks the RXR with just a little bit more exit speed up the inside of his old rallycross rival, and he takes the lead. With chasing the RXR. The RXR's got a problem from the seemingly on the exit of that corner there. Arlen Kotlinski had absolutely no speed whatsoever. It's what Johan was saying earlier about those ruts can make it very tricky indeed. We look back now. Look at the airtime for the McLaren as well. The jumps here are epic. Sets a flag still to go now. Up the inside. A lot side by side. It's going to be enough. Surely Gutierrez on a roll. McConnell's over on his side. Gutierrez takes the lead from RXR. Arlen Kotlinski drops back. The Acciona Science machine is out of this one. It ends round one on its side, but a pass from Cristina Gutierrez in that tight left-hander right towards the end of this race. They're coming up towards the end of the Traction Challenge. Waypoint 19 is the one you're looking for near the end. Taylor has a huge moment. Arlen Kotlinski looking to the inside line, makes the pass back again. Michaela Arlen Kotlinski for RXR takes back the lead that was hers for so much of this race. Gutierrez now has just a couple of flags to go. Surely no chance for this one to change again. Absolute carnage in the very first round. Brilliant action here at Extreme E. It's Rosberg X Racing's Arlen Kotlinski after an incredible battle with Gutierrez. She takes the win. It's 0.3 of a second between them at the line. 0.1, maybe the closest finish ever in Extreme E history in a final. Arlen Kotlinski and Kristoffersen win for RXR from Gutierrez and Ekström for Neon McLaren. Molly Taylor and Kevin Hansen get P3. Wow. P4 and a DNF, unfortunately, for Laia Sanz and Fraser McConnell for Acciona Science. Hansen and Taylor for Eon Veloce get P3. Could have been closer, but couldn't have been closer at the top. Ekström and Gutierrez miss out on the win, having taken the lead so close to the end. 0.16 of a second, and it goes to the reigning champions, Johan Kristoffersen and Michaela Arlen Kotlinski. What a final that was. Celebrations for the winners on the podium. RXR take the first round of 2024. Double header here in Saudi Arabia. If tomorrow is anything like today, could be absolutely incredible, couldn't it?